Madhu, a 23-year-old receptionist, lived in Delhi. Originally from Gwalior, she had been living with her mother in Delhi for about 15 years. Madhu's father lived in Gwalior, but despite several invitations, he hadn't come to meet Madhu for the past 15 years. Madhu's mother often visited Gwalior but would always make some excuse to prevent Madhu from going. Because of this, Madhu was very upset with both her parents. One day, when Madhu's mother and sister were in Gwalior, Madhu took a day off from her hotel with a plan to surprise everyone in Gwalior. However, as soon as Madhu reached her Gwalior home, her mother went pale. It was as if some terrible disaster had occurred. Madhu's mother suddenly became very agitated and begged Madhu to return to Delhi. Madhu found this very strange. She told her mother that she had come to meet her father and would not leave without seeing him. It was late at night. Madhu's mother tried hard to convince her, but Madhu refused to listen. It was quite late, but her father had not yet come home, nor was his phone reachable. Madhu's mother was very worried and kept pleading with Madhu to go back. Hearing her mother's words, Madhu's heart broke. She began to feel that perhaps her father didn't want to meet her at all, so she agreed to her mother's wish. As she was about to leave for the railway station, she suddenly felt dizzy and collapsed unconscious at the doorstep. That night, she had a dream. Her father was trapped in the maze of Gwalior Fort and was looking for Madhu. While searching, he reached the roof of Gwalior Fort. There, he saw a girl who looked like Madhu, but as soon as he reached her, he saw that it was not Madhu but a terrifying woman with half a head missing. Seeing this, he fell from the roof of Gwalior Fort. As he fell, Madhu cried out, "Papa," and woke up. It was morning, and a crowd had gathered at her house. Madhu's mother told her that the previous night, Madhu's father had jumped from the roof of Gwalior Fort and died. When Madhu heard this, her heart shattered completely. After everyone had left, she immediately took her mother aside and began to tell her about her dream. It was then that her mother told Madhu something that made her blood run cold. Actually, 15 years ago, when Madhu was a little girl, her parents had taken her to visit Gwalior Fort. That day, the fort was very crowded, and little Madhu got separated from her parents. By mistake, she got trapped on the lowest floor of the palace. Friends, something similar had happened in Gujarat in 2002 that shook the entire India. The Sabarmati Express going from Muzaffarnagar to Ahmedabad stopped at Godhra, and suddenly 2 of its coaches caught fire, killing 59 people inside the train. But how did that fire start? What is the truth of the Godhra incident? To know, watch our new crime story, Godhra Kand, only on our crime channel, The Crime Show by Kuni Monday. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. The underground passage was a part of Gwalior Fort that very few people visited. That place was often closed at night because people said that the spirits of kings and queens killed and tortured by the Mughals and the British roamed there at night. All these stories increased her parents' fear, but still, they told the guards that their daughter Madhu was inside. They all started searching for Madhu together. Meanwhile, inside, Madhu suddenly heard the sound of singing. She got up and went towards the sound. Soon, Madhu saw a shadow moving ahead of her. When Madhu called out to it, the shadow disappeared into thin air. Just then, Madhu felt as if someone was standing behind her. She turned around and saw a woman in a white lehenga standing in front of her. The woman's face was terrifying. Half of it was missing, and worms were crawling on her hands and feet. Seeing this, little Madhu screamed. She ran and locked herself in a room and started crying loudly. Then she heard a scratching sound on the wall and saw the same woman sitting in the corner of the room, writing some mantras on the wall. She had white powder in her hand. Madhu froze in fear. Then the woman slowly turned her face and crawled towards Madhu. She looked into Madhu's eyes and applied the white powder on her forehead. Madhu immediately felt dizzy and fainted. The next morning, Madhu's unconscious body was found near the same spot from where her father had jumped. After that, Madhu never woke up. Her parents took her to many doctors, but no one could understand why she was in a state of unconsciousness. She was breathing, but she couldn't open her eyes. It seemed as if she had gone into a coma. Then, Madhu's mother called the priest who, after seeing Madhu, immediately said that Madhu had been cursed by the maid of a dead queen of the palace whose spirit was wandering there to take revenge for her death. He said that a demon had possessed Madhu and would slowly take her life. Madhu's father loved her very much and wanted to save his daughter at any cost. He pleaded with the priest to find a solution. The priest said that to escape the influence of the demonic spirit inside Madhu, someone would have to sacrifice themselves in Madhu's place, in which that person would have to become a slave to that spirit, and they might even lose their life. Madhu's father said that he would be a slave to that spirit for the rest of his life, but nothing should happen to Madhu. The priest performed a very big puja in which Madhu and her parents were together. During the puja, Madhu opened her eyes, and her entire eyes were red, and she was cursing the priest. Suddenly, the priest chanted mantras and threw red chili powder at her, and Madhu fainted. Within moments, Madhu's father also fainted. When Madhu regained consciousness, she was completely fine. The priest said that Madhu should be taken as far away from Gwalior as possible. That's why Madhu's mother took her to Delhi, because her father was now a slave to that demonic spirit and could not leave Gwalior. After Madhu left, the curse of that spirit fell upon her father. Her father lost his job and became very ill. But when Madhu returned to Gwalior, the spirit wanted to take Madhu's life, but instead, her father gave his life to that spirit. Hearing her mother's entire story, Madhu started crying and apologized to her mother. Madhu's mother felt pity for her and hugged her daughter. She told Madhu that her father loved her very much and wanted to protect her under any circumstances. After this incident, Madhu and her mother left Gwalior forever. Even today, there are many such news reports related to Gwalior Fort where people jump from there and take their own lives. What do you think? Is Gwalior Fort really haunted, or is it just a rumor? Do tell us in the comments. If you know of any haunted place in India on which you want us to make a video, do let us know in the comments. Friends, if you like this story, quickly subscribe to Kuni Monday, and also click on the end screen and watch our new crime story, Godra Kand, only on The Crime Show by Kuni Monday.